School is not the collection of the brick and mortar and in just infrastructure. It requires good teachers. It requires dedication and sincerity of the teachers and caring of the students. If we plan our syllabus in a proper systematic manner, then time for revision also you people the teachers can give, and time for slow learners also can be planned very nicely.
Hello everyone, I welcome you all to an insightful session on Great Principles. I'm your host Seema, and today we'll be discussing on a very important topic of what are we actually educating the child upon? Are we just completing the syllabus or the structure that we have been following, or are we addressing the needs of the child? We need to focus on what is the individualized need of the child, where is the child lagging, and ensure that he performs in the right direction, in the right method of education. To talk more on this very interesting topic, we have our devoted educator of the day, Mr. Abhishek Khandelwal. He's principal of Yugantar Public School, Rajnandgaon, Chhattisgarh. Welcome to Great Principles, sir. I'm really honored to have you with me in conversation today.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Abhishek, sir, before we discuss more on today's topic, I would like to know from you what has been your journey? Why did you enter into education domain and what keeps you going here?
So, good evening, everyone, and especially Seema ma'am. I had been watching your interviews in the Great Principal Show, and these all interviews, whatever, wherever you have taken, were very much impressive. Today, I have got a great chance to sit with you and interact with you. I started my career as a lecturer of the physics, and gradually I switched to after 5 years of teaching. I switched to principalship, and I had been principal in various renowned schools of Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and at present I am in this Yugantar Public School, Rajnandgaon, which is the renowned name in central India, at the capacity of principal. So this way, my journey of last 22 years have passed, out of which 16 years I had been successful principal of the all the big schools. I have got the chance to establish two, three great schools, big schools, and which are flourishing like anything. So let us begin, Seema ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your journey with us. So, sir, before we talk on the topic, sir, I would like to know one more thing from you. Since you have established, founded so many schools on your own, sir, and you were the major role player there, I would like to know from you what is the key ingredients which make a school a successful school.
Actually, see, a school is not the collection of the brick and mortar and in just infrastructure. It requires good teachers. It requires dedication and sincerity of the teachers and caring of the students. Basically, child-centric methodology is one mool mantra of the success of any of the teachers, success of any of the school. So, I'd like to mention here basically that. Child-centric methodology only helps to grow the schools, and this is only the mantra for success of any of the school.
Absolutely, sir. The child should be at the center of the education, at the center of the schooling system, and everything should be focused on that. And I too agree with this philosophy. So let us talk more about it. How can we, there are so many students in one class, and when we talk about child-centered education and focusing on the individualized need of the child, how would a teacher focus on that, and how she would ensure that every child is learning at their pace and yet she has the burden of completing the syllabus. So in practical real life situation, how should we make this dream come true?
Basically, madam, in NCRT, if we see, the syllabus content is very much consistent with the number of working days, and that is called as planning. If we plan our syllabus in a proper systematic manner, then time for revision also you people, the teachers can give, and time for slow learners also can be planned very nicely. That is called extra classes also, revision class also, doubt clearing classes. So special attention classes towards the slow learners, special attention classes towards the good scholars, gifted students. So basically, we have to plan. When the teacher plans the academic pedagogy in a systematic manner for the year, and after the year monthly, and after the month weekly basis, and after the weekly basis day-to-day planning. So in yearly planning, we have to divide the syllabus in a systematic manner, that how many working days we are going to get. That should be in pen and paper properly in the system, so that the child also can understand, and that syllabus should be communicated and disseminated to each of the entity involved in the teaching learning process. In the starting of the year itself, complete syllabus should be planned by the teacher properly, systematically. If the teacher is new, that new teacher can get the suggestion from the senior teachers, that new teacher can get the suggestions from the HODs, that new teacher can get the suggestion from the head of the institution, vice principal, principal, HM. Different number of authorities are there, they can guide. After planning properly, execution remains on the field. So execution also matters a lot, where the teacher has to give attention on each of the student. So for that, teacher's diary has been introduced by CBSE. This is the good concept. In that teacher's diary should be in the hand of the teacher when the teacher is teaching inside the classroom. And teacher observes any of the lacuna. Suppose the child is slow in learning, the child's handwriting is not good, or child is lagging in some particular formula in a particular step, that thing can be noted down by the teacher. And during the 0 hour, or during the revision classes, or after once the school is over, teacher can call that child, teacher can give the child that extra classes, and make the child learn. That way the concept of individual attention on each child which is required in each of the public school can be fulfilled. Generally what happens is we just keep on teaching and teaching and teaching, but some of the students who are labeled as the slow learners, or who are labeled as the weak scholars, they continue their journey as weak scholar only. My point of view is this: suppose that we have got a student name Prabhas. That Prabhas we have received in class 7, and if he does not have the base of class 5th even, then the teacher's duty it is to search out the possibility and work upon that child and give him the basics of class 5 level. How we are recognizing this problem nowadays scenario is, after COVID, madam, 2 years gap was there. A child who was in class 5th, he has passed 5th, he took admission in class 6th, and now 6th passed in COVID, 7th passed in COVID. The child has reached to class 8th now. So the child who has reached to class 8th, he is having the basic of class 5th, if we talk on the ground level. Now the teacher is required to give them the concept of the class 5 level, and gradually and slowly work upon them, and the child will certainly develop. Like a child was weak in writing, we sent him to the writing improvement classes. Child developed his writing. His writing got nice after some 7 days or 10 days classes even. So children develop, they need only the time given by the teacher, and for that the teacher has to make a balance. For that the teacher needs to be very calm, balanced, and planned.
Okay, sir. So, according to you, the onus of ensuring that the individualized needs of child is met has to be on the shoulders of teachers. So, our teachers need to be empowered. They need to be guided in, and they need to be supported also to do this Herculean task, because I'm sure it's definitely not easy to ensure that every child gets his attention. But Sir has definitely shared us some important points. Sir has shared that NCRT has already designed the syllabus in this manner, that the syllabus is divided into working days. So this is a good takeaway that we can all, in fact, all the schools following whatever board they have, they can plan their syllabus in the manner that the teacher gets ample time to focus on the individualized need of the child. So one very important point brought in here by sir. So I would also like to know from you now, sir, what kind of progress or new age training programs do we need to have for our teachers, so that they can get more creative and ensure that the child's interest in studies is impact.
Ji. Not only that, one more terminology CBSE has introduced, ma'am, that is section teacher ratio and student teacher ratio. So section teacher ratio ensures that the number of teachers are sufficient in any of the school as per the number of sections. That is, section teacher ratio is 1 is to 1.5. So if one section is there, for that 1.5 teachers arrangement should be there for one section. That way the number can be calculated in the ratio. Another thing is that student teacher ratio, that is student 30 students should be there in one class, and one teacher should be deputed for that class. That way, both the ways we can have a cross tally, so that proper number of teachers are recruited and schools do not do the malpractice, and we are able to give the quality education to the students. Now, as far as you have asked about the training programs for the teachers, basically what happens is training programs are the booster programs which create the enthusiasm in the teachers and zeal in the teachers to keep working for the next 3 to 4 months, 5 months. And why training programs, recurrent training programs, intermittent training programs are required is because we get fashioned and we get framed after 3 to 4 months. Again, we require some renovation and innovation towards our methodologies, our pedagogies, to update ourselves, to improve ourselves. Nowadays, technology is changing rapidly. See, the teachers community, I'd like to congratulate all the teachers community also all across India and the world. During the pandemic, they have done an excellent job. The teachers' job was completely changed. The teachers who are habitual of teaching on the pen, paper, and board, they had to teach on this e-classroom as well as Zoom class as well as Microsoft or some Google or different class platforms they had to adopt. They changed themselves, they learned and they adopted and they made the students learn, and they continued the process of teaching learning from their home also, from their school also, in the homes of the students at the comfort of the home of the student. Now, as far as training programs are concerned, number of teachers require the training program for basically MS Office also. So training program for MS Office, training program for words, training program for PPT presentation, basic things which are required to update and upgrade the teacher as well as all the authorities whosoever is involved in the academic system. Because nowadays children are having number of platforms available, including YouTube, and in FB also number of educational channels are there. Pages are there where the children can get the academic stuff. So we need to be abreast and we need to be up to date, and accordingly the training program should be tech friendly, so that use of technology in the teaching is very necessary nowadays. Only board and chalk duster method will not work. We need to be update ourselves to teach on the e-boards and to teach on the different e-platforms. That way the training programs should be organized.
Absolutely, sir. Our teachers are great learners. They started teaching, but they never stopped learning themselves. COVID is the biggest proof of that because there was so much and they did it beautifully. Hats off to them. And I'm sure with the direction and with the leaders like you, they will always be ready for any generation come with any kind of change with, yes, technological toolboxes in their hands. They will achieve all the desired results. So this was Abhishek sir sharing some insights with us on how to ensure that there is a child-centric education in every school, and he is a strong believer of that any school which is child-centric will definitely be successful. So to all my dear school leaders, school teachers, ensure that you focus on child-centric education. Log on to Great Principles and keep watching us on YouTube for more updates. Thank you so much, sir, for your time with us. And before we sign off, I would also like to thank our sponsors, our Total, for sponsoring this particular episode. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.